Abusia, yɛbɛma makɔ aba sonko so ɛba POG Media so. Yɛde bɛkɔ political highway ni so highway ni deɛ ɛnsɛm bebree wɔ so a yɛn nso yɛagye pɛne sɛ yɛbɛma yɛ abadwafoɔ no ahu deɛ ɛkɔ ɛne deɛ ɛba. Na abusua dɛn na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ political highway ni so. Ɛyɛ Uncle Kwasi Pratt ɛde ɛnsɛm bi aba abɛto dwa. Abusua kyerɛ sɛ wɔabɔ awura Supreme Court a abusua kyerɛ sɛ judges a ɛwɔ hɔ no watoto bi amane omo papa o said the Supreme Court any Parliament aban backbone no useless adan na say issue bi say any kwan kra say almost so na sa de course no Akuffo Addo na tie Supreme Court judges echi na omo sa no man ntabusua Uncle Kwasi Pratt de ono no de wanfa Supreme Court judges for no omo anche omo kra CJ Chief Justice Tukonu ono de watoto bi amane na enye asam keto akwa na o say NPP for no A.Markins omo childish because omo nim de say omo anim say issue na omo de kokọ PM Supreme Court no use issue a enwu hia kra say say omo all because of say omo apaki Supreme Court with their own judges and no intina omo yes and intino ono the NDC majority ne aban backbone no the aban backbone de to dwa no ne kwan so apepepe and oye na busua yen san mombre no ye bepe say ye be me abidafo no be me akona yakwakotie ensema Uncle Kwasi Pratt ede etudwa na ansa na ye be kono owo ensem kan bi afahye ye comment section like na share ma afofro so answer into me and don't forget to click on the notification bell send any updates bia you be drop bia no monsa ebi to me akabi POG Media so political trending stories are making waves no yen so ya dia to say ya de bebrem bedamase.
Well, you see, some of our political leaders and actors, unfortunately, they make the application of logic too difficult and sometimes impossible. And you just simply wonder, first of all, whether they think or not, and then secondly, how they think. Let me start off by saying that Microsoft and all of those organizations which Honorable mentions, their operations are not guided by the Constitution of Ghana. So how Microsoft operates with regards to the movement of its staff and so on is not what determines how people retain their membership of Parliament in Ghana or not. That is determined by a constitution that we, the people of Ghana, adopted for ourselves in 1992. So that comparison is neither here nor there. Now, if we go to the Constitution, which provides us with the legal framework for the conduct of business in Parliament, it is so clear that even this clamor for interpretation by the Supreme Court and so on is absolutely nonsensical. Absolute nonsensical. Because the provisions are so clear, even babies can read these provisions and understand them.
Babies have read.
Well, there is historical evidence that some people started reading and are proficient at reading by the age of 3. So there's evidence to that effect. So even those babies, if they were to take this constitution and read it, they would understand and would not be calling for interpretation from anywhere. Now, hold on. This is Article 97 of the Constitution. And Article 97G states clearly that a member of Parliament loses his or her seat if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to Parliament to join another party or seeks to remain in Parliament as an independent member, or H, if he was elected a member of Parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. Who needs interpretation for this? You must be a dunce, complete dunce, to need interpretation for this. This is clear language.
Yeah, but is this for the future or for now?
No, sir, I beg you.
How do you...
I beg you. This future and now, take it out. It doesn't apply. The language is so clear.
Let him finish and then I'll make my argument.
Okay. The language is so clear. Now, let's take the New Patriotic Party. You have enacted for yourself a constitution, okay, which says that anytime any member of parliament or any other member contests against your party candidate, that person automatically loses his or her membership of your party. So let's take the case of Cynthia Morrison. Cynthia Morrison is contesting against the candidate of your party. By virtue of your constitution, she automatically loses her membership. You don't have to make any proclamation. You don't have to go through any process. Just by filing against your candidate, she automatically loses her membership. Then at the same time, you go to parliament arguing that she should represent the party which has removed her as a member. Where is the logic in this? And where is the sense in this? Why do you make the application of logic so difficult for yourselves and for everybody? Why do you discard the tenets of logic, common logic? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that you can, in one breath, say that somebody's conduct is such that she or he can no longer be a member of your party. And if he or she can no longer be a member of your party, it implies that that person cannot represent your party. And then at the same vein, you go to parliament and say, that person that you say cannot represent your party should represent you in parliament. What is the sense in this?
That's the beauty of parliament.
This is not beauty. This is the ugliness of people who think that politics is illogical.
Are you just playing? You're just being dishonest.
No. My only... Really? I'll wait for him.
This illogic is the ugliness of a certain type of politics. I mean, I can't believe it. But it is happening. And it is happening by our representatives, some of our representatives in parliament. And I don't know what to say. And then, you see, there is something else which is important. If you go to a parliament, we have written standing orders which divides parliament into majority and minority. So clearly, the standing orders did not envisage the kind of situation we have today, where the NPP side and the NDC side have the same numbers. Okay. So when we had this situation, what needed to be done was a reconfiguration of the standing orders, rewriting of the standing orders in order to reflect the current situation. Instead of doing that, somehow, the speaker still wanted to maintain this regime of minority and majority and so on, and went into some kind of circus in order to determine a majority and a minority. That's where the problem starts from. Because in this parliament, there's no majority, there's no minority. Equal numbers. Now, the Femina MP somehow was made to join the New Patriotic Party group in order to give them majority.
The ruling government.
No problem. But if you look at the tenets of this constitution, its real meaning and so on, that action by the speaker was wrong. Because if the constitution says that if an independent member of parliament begins to act for any party and so on, that person must lose his membership, it implies that no independent member of parliament can become part of minority or majority group. But because of maybe a sheer laziness, the fact that we did not want to rewrite the standing orders, the fact that we did not want to deal with this new situation which confronted us and so on, we went through these processes and declared a majority side and a minority side. And that's what we are suffering from.
Wow.
Now, if you apply this constitution, stricto sensu, those 4 members of parliament cannot continue to hold themselves as members of parliament. Okay? And if they cannot continue to hold themselves as members of parliament, the numbers change in a significant way. The numbers change, and indeed the speaker cannot be wrong. Now, the other thing which is important is that you hear people say that the Supreme Court actually, threw out the decision of the speaker. It's not true. The Supreme Court simply said we have not interpreted the Constitution yet. Okay? We are going to interpret the Constitution. Until such time that we have interpreted the Constitution, the Speaker cannot or must not enforce his decision to remove people from Parliament. So it is possible that in the final analysis, the Supreme Court will come to uphold the position of the Speaker. It is possible. In the realm of possibility, the Supreme Court can come and say the Speaker was right.
Reaffirm.
So all this thing about the Supreme Court, invalidated the decision of the Speaker and so on. Where is it coming from? Yes, sir. Now, all of this that has happened, what is the effect? The effect is that parliamentary sittings remain suspended.
Unfortunately.
Well, if you like. But if it's unfortunate, who caused it? If it's unfortunate, who caused it? Okay? Now, that means that government business cannot be conducted. There are many, many aspects of government business which cannot be conducted. First of all, this government that is in love with seeking loans can no longer seek loans without parliamentary approval. Okay? That's one. Two, they cannot do any international transaction because Parliament is not sitting. So there are so many things that this government is stopped from doing. So by this decision, to indefinitely suspend the sittings of government has been disabled, substantially disabled. Okay? Who benefits from this? The people of Ghana suffer for it. Government is unable to carry out its duties and so on. Parliament itself is constrained in many aspects.
Yeah, economically.
So what have you guys done? What have you done? What have you done to yourselves, to your government, and to your country? I can't believe how you people are behaving in Parliament. Anyway.
So back to my...
And the worst part of it, the worst part of it, is this jungle welfare attitude to parliamentary politics. The Speaker has taken a decision. We've gone to Parliament to secure an injunction. Parliament is reconvened.
You've gone to the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, to secure an injunction of some sort. Parliament is reconvening. And then you mobilize your members to Parliament to go and do what? Those members you bash to Parliament, what were they supposed to do in Parliament? Those members that you deliberately spent resources to bash the Parliament House, what were they supposed to do there? To beat the Speaker up?
No.
Or to do what?
No, I think they came as observers.
How?
To observe what?
That's my thinking.
Did you see what was posted on your media outlets?
No.
That they should mass up in Parliament as part of some campaign effort, and they should bring their campaign equipment. What did that mean? I mean, look, you guys take this country for whatever. I must tell you that this democratic dispensation that we have came as a result of struggles. People died to get this constitutional order. It was not easy. People died in this country in order to achieve this constitutional order. People were imprisoned. They lost their liberty in order to achieve this constitutional order. Unfortunately, many of you who are misbehaving in the political space made no contribution to that struggle. And you are stamping on everything and misbehaving everywhere. The consequences of this irresponsible acts by these political actors and leaders may affect all of us, but will affect them more than they affect us. You are not a child.
I want to be.
You are not juvenile.
I want to
all the things you ascribe to yourself in order to justify your positions are invalid. You are an adult member of parliament. You are a medical officer, qualified medical officer. That's what you are.
Agreed.
Because you know that your arguments are weak. You sit here and then you say, oh, I want to be an adult. I'm a villager. You are not. What you are is a full-blown member of parliament, a medical doctor by profession,
agreed,
and an adult. That's what you are.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, you need to be reminded. And it's within that vein that we are making contributions to the discussions that we are having.
Agreed.
Now, don't you see the absurdity of your argument? Just imagine that today, somebody is arguing very, very strongly that Hobson Addo is still a member of the NPP and can represent the NPP. What will be your reaction? And the only way you're going to react is on the basis of your party constitution, the provisions which say that once you join another party or stand on the ticket of another party, you can no longer hold allegiance to NPP and you cannot speak for NPP. Plain. Unless today you can argue that Alan Chematin can still regard himself as a member of the New Patriotic Party and can represent the New Patriotic Party.
Akuffo brought Indom. I mean, Akuffo did a lot of.
Indom never became a member of the New Patriotic Party.
No, I'm just, you know.
Indom became a part of Akuffo's government as a result of an alliance which was built with Indom's party.
And Nana also brought, you know, is it CPP to become an ambassador for, is it by? Who's that?
The chairman of the NPP.
PNC. He didn't join NPP.
Yes, but I'm just saying.
Didn't join
Ramadan, yeah. So I'm just saying that, you know,
he didn't denounce his party.
Yes. So I'm just saying that you can hold these thoughts together.
You can't.
Okay, or let's look at a board meeting, okay? A board meeting, a current board meeting.
Which board meeting?
I'm just saying, any current board meeting. Where we've come...
Of Google.
No. But you see...
Or Barcelona.
Shall we use the club situation? I mean, the thing is that...
Those clubs are not governed by this 1992 constitution. Barcelona is not governed by the 1992
But the thing is that we mirror a lot of things in the world.
But we don't mirror football management.
Well...
Football management.
No, I'm saying that... So how can you literally vacate these seats when they have intentions for the future? That's my question. An intention that might not even pan through. You know...
You are not talking about intentions for the future. Cynthia Morrison is campaigning against an NPP candidate in her constituency. Today, not tomorrow.
But she's still in love with NPP.
No, when she goes to the constituency, she's telling the people in the constituency not to vote for NPP, but to vote for her. It's not a future matter. It's a matter that's happening
But
now.
she's committed that all her business now for the 8th Parliament should be done for the NPP.
Why did she make
That's the reason why it's
why did she make that commitment?
No, she's not, you know, that commitment is there.
Where is that commitment?
Commitment of what?
That
Of doing business with the
up
party.
to the 7th of January,
Where is
her business with the party still holds.
Master,
I mean, that is how I am seeing it.
Master, I beg you. Where is that commitment?
No, I mean, once you sat on the 8th Parliament...
As a member of parliament representing the MPP.
Yes. Once you do that, so as it stands
that's
now...
where the commitment is.
That's my point.
She's still holding her position as MP for the party.
Yeah.
How is that a commitment?
Oh, how is that not a commitment?
The contract ends on the 7th.
Why?
Or in fact, the 6th. 12 midnight on the 6th of January.
And Honorable himself made that point. People move from party to party because they disagree with the party. They may start off agreeing with the party. They may start off being loyal to the party. They change. You made that point very strongly.
Yeah.
You understand? So the fact of being a member of parliament does not committed to your principles, does not committed to your ideology, does not committed to anything NPP. She has actually gone to the Electoral Commission and signed papers that she's going to contest against the NPP.
So the Electoral Commission should communicate to Parliament.
You haven't seen the notice of pool. The notice of pool is a public document.
But
it's out.
My thing is that because of how business has been done in the past, to make the thing weighty, is almost like the speaker just inquiring from EC that are these members so. I mean, I'm just.
It's not good enough notification for you.
No, I'm just saying that because, for instance, if something,
only the speaker has the power to declare a vacancy in parliament.
Agreed.
Nobody else.
Based on evidence and heavy. I'm just enriching his evidence. I think a notice.
I think you're just being deliberately. No.
Cautious.
I don't want to use the word.
No.
Cautious.
I want to bring the word a little down,
but the honourable member of parliament
intellectually dishonest.
No, he does something which is admirable. but let's keep it at that level. I mean, in spite of all the pain he has had to go through, he himself has suffered a lot in his party. Unless you're going to deny it.
I won't deny it.
I
won't deny it.
He has suffered a lot.
I won't deny it.
Under normal circumstances, one would have expected him to do what Cynthia Morrison and others did. Under normal circumstances.
I believe that
he hasn't done that, perhaps because of his extreme loyalty to the party. You see what I'm holding?
Mm-hmm. Good morning.
I'm holding a cup. Okay. Now, we are all entitled to different opinions.
Correct.
Okay? We are all entitled to, we have a right of interpretation of the Constitution and so on. Mm. I'm holding a cup in my hand. If somebody were to turn up right now and to say that what I'm holding is a bazooka, in spite of the fact that the person has a right of interpretation, right of perception, and so on, all of us will question the person's sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same as the interpretation of the Constitution.
Of course, yes. It's the same as everything.
This is a writing. Apart from it being English language, its technicalities and everything, everybody will want to put.
And I'm saying that what is in the Constitution is so clear and explicit that it doesn't even call for interpretation. In much the same way that this being a cup cannot be in doubt.
I think
this being a cup can only be in doubt.
So in addition, to strengthen your case, I think that there should be effective dates, maybe after filing or something of that sort, so that or 30 days or 60 days. I'm just being administrative. Then it'll be very clear that once you file to go with a different party, in 60 days it will be affected that you're no more. I'm just saying that.
Why can it not take effect after the release of the notice of?
I'm just saying that clarity in addition will make it fantastic.
So you're suggesting an amendment?
That when you file with another party, if it's effective the same date, it should be made clear. That's all.
But it's clear. Can I read it again? It's very clear. It says that if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament to join another party, or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member, or if he's elected a member of parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party, the effective time is when you leave. Finish. It's clear. This thing is so clear. I don't see how
the ambiguity can be reduced with further clarity. There's
no ambiguity. There is no ambiguity. That's the point I'm making.
in Speaker's submission, he even still added the fact that there's that other school of thought. So it's always important to appreciate.
Master,
There's
who's submission by the Speaker?
Oh, he said that some people thought, were questioning the fact that the issues about the ninth Parliament and why must it be applied to the eighth.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's important
I didn't hear that from the Speaker.
It's important that
I actually heard that from Professor Michael Quay,
okay,
who said that as far as he was concerned, the provisions in the Constitution were so clear that it applies immediately.
Ebusiane adofo wene ensema ekoso ewo political highway ne so yehwe Uncle Kwasi Pratt oye opanyin bia nadwemu abieye niti ebobia abusua enye asemketo akra wo expose eye Chief Justice and the judges for Supreme Court say NPP for na nkasa no say the odi aye omo mamote sema okekaye ye bere abidwa for na say omoje pene kokoti sa odiwe ede emaye aha POG Media so and don't forget to click on the notification bell so send any updates bia ebe drop bia no onso onsa ebitumi akabi bedamase.